What's going on, Park Hoppin? Welcome back to the channel. And today there's going to be a lot of news to cover about this Galactic Starcruiser because it's here and the embargo is lifted and there's photos and videos and reviews. And right now we're getting reviews from people that got a free trip from Disney. They like to use this term on Twitter called hosted. It's fascinating. If you search the hashtag hosted, you'll know what I'm talking about. Everyone's like, Disney hosted me at the Galactic Starcruiser for a few days, and here's my review. I think Disney doesn't want them to use the verbiage like free trip. Hey, I got a free trip. Now read my review. It's unbiased. I've been going through a bunch of the different reviews that came out, and I came across this one from CNET, and I will link it in the description below. And it's actually one of the more balanced. There's a lot of reviews out there that were like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Don't worry about the money you're spending. Just think about the experience. Don't worry about the money you're spending. Just think about the food I'm bringing out. I mean, it's anyway, that's where we are. But she titled it, Disney's Galactic Starcruiser isn't a Star Wars hotel. It's like living inside a video game. And she explains and actually answers questions. And she actually answered a question that I was looking for about the television set. And she said, yeah, there's a TV. There's a TV that works. And so now I owe somebody an apology because I bet them that the TV didn't work because the immersion thing. So right here, she talks about just her experience, and where I link the article. If you want to watch the video for yourself, you can. Basically, just a little bit of stuff that we've already talked about that you probably already know, where the action take place. There's cocktails. And then she goes into some of the information. She says the immersive theater sleepover cost way more than any typical vacation. I love how a lot of them are starting with that because that's the primary complaint, the cost. And now they're trying their best to try to say, we know, so let's try to work around it and everything. Anyway, it starts roughly $5,000 for a 2-night stay. Disney invited me to check it out early before it opens to paying customers March 1st. People have, here again, understandably scoffed at the high price. Dropping this kind of money can get you a 2-week vacation, while this place doesn't even have a spa or pool. But it was immediately clear to me that you're not paying for a room. So there you have it. That's why the rooms look the way they look. You're paying, this is a pretty good description actually. You're paying to live in a high-tech, constantly changing, personalized Broadway production with access to a few no-wait theme park rides. It's hard to explain, but if you love Star Wars and role-playing and the energy of live theater, this is an entertaining and moving experience. There you have it. That was actually a pretty decent way of talking about it, like explaining it. A high-tech, constantly changing, personalized Broadway production that has somewhat theme park rides. She talks about how technology plays a major part in making you believe you're in a Star Wars story set in outer space, rather than a non-script gray and white building in Florida outside Hollywood studio parks. There are no real windows to see out of the parking surroundings of the building, just screens into space. You don't even get a window in the box truck. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, there are a few of us that started that box truck trend, and people watched. These people have been watching, and they're using it. Then she changes it. Transport shuttle. That takes you to a secret back entrance of the Star Wars theme land. We're going to talk about this in the days to come because there's been some weird reports about Disney listening to you, or the hotel, not Disney, but you know, when you say certain words, this robot comes up and talks to you, kind of like an Alexa, I guess would be the best thing. So there's that. There are special effects everywhere. You can swing lightsabers. This is explaining some of the major things that you can do there, and about the end grand finale with Kylo Ren and Rey. She goes, I won't spoil it all for you in this article, but the finale feels like a satisfying movie ending. There it is. There were things I didn't enjoy. So I applaud for at least bringing up things that she didn't enjoy. And it's probably a lot of the stuff that we didn't like. Like the transport shuttle, the box truck, without windows to the theme park, that got me motion sick. See, that I didn't even think about that to be a problem, because you're just in the back of a truck. And so she's like, it got her motion sickness. And not all the food was a home run. We could tell that by looking at it. We could tell that a lot of it's just pre-packaged, open up, put it in a microwave, out it goes. But it's a buffet, so it's fine to have a sense of adventure and picking something else. I guess so. The whole mission kept me more busy than expected. You have to be active to get the full worth experience. See, this is something I didn't know. I was determined to see everything and hack the story, or I wouldn't be happy. I couldn't sleep knowing a quest wasn't completed. If you work hard enough, you may even uncover love stories. But if you don't talk to the actors, if you don't do side quests, if you don't stay attached to your phone to catch all the messages, you won't be invited to unique story moments, such as getting to fire weapons on the bridge to save the ship, or being called to help a hero sneak on board. And there were times in the hot Florida sun where I didn't really want to do any more code scanning missions in the park, and I just wanted to dip in the back to tank. Yeah, that's the thing. So basically, the more active you are, it just sounds like a lot of work. It sounds like after you're done, you just want to go to bed. You're paying to work, baby. You got to do all these interactive things. Your phone stays on, that data pad, that app, they got missions, and the more you do, the greater your story. This is another way that they can get, I guess, people to come back that were like, oh, I really loved it. I'm going to save up and come back, and I want to do this story. This time I want to do a First Order story. Then I want to do a Rebel story. Then I want to do this story. So I kind of get it. Actually, I will applaud them for keeping it that active, where someone can record their journey and be completely different than someone else, whether you like it or hate it. I'll give them credit. I'll give them credit for that. You don't have to do everything. If you don't participate in some degree, you'll still see the main general story unfold at the end, but you will be wasting your money. So there it is. So that's probably another part of why they put such a high price tag. They've added up all these little events and just said, this is worth $100. Doing this should be worth $200. Doing this. So let's throw it all together. But then you got to get there and just move. That's why you just don't stop. You don't relax. You just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. And then when you're tired, you buy a big drink. That's expensive. And if you're wondering if you can play both sides, both Resistance and First Order, found me very trustworthy, and that was a rush. I don't think I'd go bad, but once you met Lieutenant Croy, he's quite the charming baddie and a lot of fun to watch. I was left in awe of how these actors aren't exhausted every night as they stay on for the whole time, never breaking character, even when they need some water. I've said this a million times. I will never criticize the cast members or actors. They work so hard to keep the magic in Disney for minimum wage. I think they're getting $15 an hour on this on the Halcyon is what I saw advertised. I guess I'm not sure. I don't know for sure, but they're the ones that bring the magic to the park. Here we go. I'm just gonna throw this out there. You be the judge. I did cry, but not at the grand finale. It was when I was on the shuttle to leave the building, looking up at the window as we flew through space to return to our planet. I just started sobbing. Most people won't get to experience this, and that just doesn't seem fair. I'm sorry I got to go for free. I'm feeling guilty about it. And I'm sorry that you might have to pay more or you don't have the money to go, so I feel guilty about it. I'd love to see more entertainment like this in the world, and I'm not sure when I can see it again. There it is. So, all right, besides all that, we'll get into some of the questions. How much Star Wars do I really need to know to enjoy this? The story takes place during the new trilogy. So yeah, so watch the new trilogy. You don't need to have seen every single show or cartoon series, but you should love Star Wars enough that you want to see the movies, so you get a kick out of learning the different planets and customs. There you go. If you're going to roll your eyes when you're told the dinner was inspired by the Wookiee planet Kashyyyk, then you may be annoyed at this event. Playing along is part of the fun, and you don't need to know everything. So there's that. The kid experiences, yes, plenty of things of children to do. How many people can comfortably fit in that cabin? There's one large bed, 2 bunks, and a pullout, basically. She's like, there's not a lot of space. You're cramming it. You're cramming it. I wouldn't want to pack more than 4 adults in one room, only because there's not a lot of space for everyone to get ready. But yeah, how many people are on a voyage? I think Disney puts that out. It's like a 2, 3, or 4. Can you leave? Here's the big question. Can you leave the Starcruiser if something happens? Yes, you can at any time. See, I didn't know that. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you could. There's emergencies happen and stuff. They're not going to say, you can't leave, sir. We're in outer space. You'll just go back through the elevator doors to the shuttle, and you'll need the valet to get your car or call for pickup. The story will continue without you while you step out, but you're not stuck. So there you have it. What happens if there's a medical emergency? They play a video. They take care of everything. They show you how the emergency will look like, where you can go. What's the shuttle like to Batu? She said that made her sick. It's like riding in the back of a truck. It's like a cargo truck with theming and music. It'll fit 16 to 12 people. It got me motion sick on the way in because I wanted to look at the details. It's best just to face forward if you can figure out which way is forward. You can be stuck on it for 10 minutes. Does anybody break character? She's like, no, everything was cool. Is there unique merchandise? Yeah. Only things you could buy at the Starcruiser is available there, so people will spend more money. Is it possible to do everything in a single trip? I tried to do everything, but it's just not possible. I missed some potential cool story moments, and my app was directing me to because I wanted to see what was happening in person on the bridge by talking to other guests. I realized I may have missed out on a cool moment with an old Jedi Master and Rey, but I found myself hooked into a different story action on the bridge. And just like a real cruise ship, there are some lame things you can skip and it'll be okay. Lame things like line dancing and bingo. Oh, never mind. I found myself wandering into a game of space bingo. The experience is busy enough as it is, and you don't need to you don't need to play. Okay, you don't need to play space bingo. She's like, what's going on in the air? Space bingo. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Let's see. And they talk about room service. It's not advertised that you can order food to your room like a normal hotel, but there is a room phone to call if you need something. Most of the staff on this voyage seem prepared to do what it takes to make you feel happy. Well, they will on the free ones because they know all the reports and reviews and the videos will be there. So that's the best one. I didn't find myself wanting to hide in my room other than when I needed to sleep. That's it. Is there a general store that will sell items I need like Pampers or Pepto? Those weird Earth items are all hidden out of sight behind the counter of the fancy gift shop. Those weird Earth items. Do I have to go back to the Starship Cruiser at a specific time when at Batu? The last shuttle's at 4, just like a cruise. Yeah, exactly. Then is there music? Yeah, there's Star Wars music. How much do you need to be on your phone? A lot. Can I watch Star Wars in the Star Wars experience? Here it is. Here was the question I had. Your room includes a Samsung Smart TV that's themed to be an animated starship. It comes with access to normal TV channels, including some kids on demand cartoons. But if you want to watch Star Wars inside your Star Wars room, you'll need a Disney Plus account. Well, there you have it. What did you think of that review? Did it change your mind on anything? Are you just like, it's just too much money for what they're giving you? Does it still look cheesy and cheap? Anyway, we're going to go through a bunch of different reviews here on this channel so you can make up your own mind. This is Jay with Park Hoppin. I'll catch you next time.